let me re-record this again. Hey guys, I am so proud of myself because I said I was going to record every day and I've been doing it. This is day 3. This new setup and this new software that I've been using allows me to record and drop at the dime, you know, so it's just like I can get it done much faster and more frequently, because the last way I was doing it, excuse me, I'm such a lady. You know, it was taking me like 2 days to record and upload it and edit it and then re-upload it to YouTube. It was taking up to 2 days sometimes, and it was a nightmare. So now I could do this literally. I can get this all recorded, edited, all done on my phone, and up to YouTube within an hour. So that is a lifesaver. That's a game changer. So I'm going to be coming more often, and when I have time to sit and chat, I will go live. So what is today's topic? I didn't know. Let's think about this. Let's see. I just came from going out. Y'all have to ignore my stomach. I mean, I'm working on it. I'm in the gym. If you follow me on Instagram, which is Shecago1, Shecago on the number 1. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know I'm in the gym. I hit it pretty hard, but I'm not perfect at it. It's just, I'm just a constant work in progress, like we all should be, right? But I like my outfit today. I think it's cute, right? Anyway. So, as I was driving home, I said, Dad, what should today's topic be? And this story hit me. So I said, you know what? Day 3, I'm going to do a story time. So today is going to be a story time. Yes, a story time. This story time is salon owners be like ... Salon owners be like ... because woo, I'm going to tell you guys, I work from home. And I can't say never, but salon owners are a trip. You got to realize, and I hate for all my videos to be negative. To some people, it may come off as negative. I think that we have enough plastic channels on YouTube. Can you agree? A lot of people are trying to be too perfect and be politically correct, and I want to be real, because when I look up a video, I'm looking up that subject because I want a real answer. So I'm not going to give you plastic answers on here. I'm going to give you my real life experiences and my thoughts. And this stuff is just real. So I hope you're not taking it as negative. It's just real, okay? We got some plastic channels. You can go look at those if you want to feel a certain way. But this is going to be the real channel. So, you know, I'm going to tell you that a lot of salon owners, you got to really put it into perspective. A lot of them are just people who are not necessarily business people. They're just people who had enough money to open a salon. I'm just saying. It is what it is. So, I'm going to tell you about this one story time when I was in Atlanta. It just struck me as I was driving home, because it was a kind of a long drive. And I said, Dang, I remember that. That was so crazy. And I'm just going to give you an example of how working in a salon could be with salon owners, because they tend to be very greedy at times. But being a previous salon owner, more than once myself, I understand where it comes from. So it's just like looking back on it, like I get where it's coming from, but it's still crappy. So, here we go. I'm in Atlanta. For those of you who don't know, in Atlanta, I only did makeup. I didn't do nails at all. And so I found this one place, and I thought it was perfect, you know, and I went up there. I had just ended my first corporate job in Atlanta, because I worked 2 corporate jobs. And I was like, I need to figure out something. And so I saw the salon, and I thought it would be perfect because it was right in the same shopping area as a Walmart. It was the Walmart in that suburb. So I'm like, everybody in town comes here, so why not be in the only salon in the area right next to the Walmart, right? Makes a lot of sense, right? You would think, huh? So I went in there. The salon was nice. The owner was nice. The setup was nice. Kitchen area, you know, everything. The employees seemed nice. And I think I might have came back twice. Like, I did my little due diligence, just like I talked about, and I went popped up, and everything just seemed good. And so I said, oh, dang it. She had like 3 empty booths. She was like, well, you can have one if you want. You know, I mean, we'll make room for you. You know, we don't have a makeup artist. Like I said in the last video, they will never tell you they don't need you. They always need you. They'll make room for you if they have to, because you're more income for them. It makes sense, you know? So, I'm all excited. I'm like, okay, I got a place that's close to home, and I'm gonna be banging and booming because it's right there in the same shopping center as Walmart, and I'm just gonna be overflow with clients. These people have been working here for years, and they already have clientele, plus that clientele should be a piece of cake. So I thought. So I move in. First red flag is I get there, the stations are, none of the stations are cleaned out for me. They got all this junk and garbage in the different stations, so I got to clean out a spot. That's not a big deal, but I had a lot of stuff. So I had to spend a whole day or two just rearranging my stuff to fit in these small spaces because she had the spaces, the stations kind of close to each other. But that's not the problem. The problem is I'm sitting there and I'm doing, you know, in Atlanta, I was just doing a lot of lashes and a lot of brows and like mini makeovers, which was for me, the lashes, the brow, and just eye makeup and a little concealer. So basically doing across the face like that. That was a thing in Atlanta. People didn't want to pay for the whole face, so they may come in and get lashes, brows, or a mini face. So I was doing okay with that. I wouldn't say I was booming with that, but I was doing okay, you know, with that. And I said, dang, this is not enough money though, you know, so I got to do something. Me knowing that it's my responsibility ultimately, and it is your responsibility when you rent a booth, okay? Understand, because I was on, no, I wasn't on booth rent. I was on commission. I was on commission, but it's still your responsibility to try to build your own clientele because we had discussed me being on commission until I built. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to do my part. And so I went home and I made flyers. I went and made I ordered a big sign to hold, and I ordered something to go in the grass. So when people were driving past to go into Walmart, they would see it. You know, I did all these things. And so when that stuff came in the mail, I went down to the beauty supply store, which was in the same little plaza, and I would pass out cards every day, all day, every day, all day. And then I would even stand out. First I put my sign in the grass so people could see it, but I was like, you know what? I need to stand out there and wave it. So I was even standing outside waving the sign to people as they were driving past. I did everything I could do. I did. That's salsa water, you guys. You have a craving for pop, this is a good alternative to get you some salsa water flavored. It keeps me from buying pop soda. We call it pop here in the Midwest. And I'm just mixing it with some wine. That makes a spritzer. Wine, and if I were to pour that into here, this would be a wine spritzer. So anyway, I did my part. And business was picking up. And business was picking up. And business kept picking up. I was doing well. Everything was cool. So I thought. Until I started doing too well. Because what happens is, once a salon owner sees you're doing well, they're like, oh, how can I make more money off of this, right? So she didn't want me to go on booth rent just yet, no, because it was working to her advantage at that point once I started doing well to get commission off me, which was cool. I was fine because I wasn't totally confident because it just started growing. And when your business first starts to grow, you just want to make sure that it's on a steady incline and just understand the growth patterns of your business before just jumping to the next level. That's the smart thing to do. So I was fine with that. That wasn't the problem. Here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker. My name is Tanisha, okay? And I'm passing out my cards and I'm doing all this marketing for my business. And she's trying to expand the business, so she hires another hairstylist. She hires another hairstylist, and this hairstylist's name is, what do you think her name was? Tanisha. Tanisha meets Tanisha. Hi, Tanisha. Hi, Tanisha. So we have two Tanishas now in the salon. How convenient. So Tanisha comes in and she's a hairstylist, right? But remember I told you that my business was growing, right? And so I was to the point where people were sitting and they were waiting on me. And you already know where this story is going. You already know. You already know. This is where it gets weird and hairy. And people would be waiting on me. And they would wait. They never had a problem. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, the owner of the salon, it made her antsy that people were sitting and waiting on me. But they didn't mind. In Atlanta, when the makeup thing was really booming and love and hip hop and all that stuff first come out, people didn't mind. They would wait on the big popular people for hours to get their brows and lashes done. So to sit and wait on me for 20, 30 minutes back then was nothing. But for some reason, when I spent my money and built the business to get it to a point where people were waiting on me, and she hired the other Tanisha. Let me tell you what happened. She started getting antsy. I noticed that. Like, all of a sudden, how long you, shoot. It's like, how long, sorry guys, I had an alert. How long you gonna be? How long you gonna be? And I'm like, I'll be with them shortly. And I would walk over to them and, you know, they wouldn't say anything. It would be her getting all antsy. And I would be like, I'll be with you. They'd be like, oh, I'm fine, girl, whatever. Because they were used to waiting on a person who was good. In Atlanta, beauty is everything. So they didn't care. It was her getting antsy. So let me tell you, I then found out that Tanisha, the hairstylist, also does makeup. So guess what the salon owner decides to do after 2 weeks of this? She starts sending my clients back to Tanisha. How would you feel about that? All your hard work and sweat and tears, and people are waiting on you, and you built that business to a certain level, and when people come in to ask for Tanisha, who does makeup, she literally started sending them back to her. So you know me a little bit, you know me enough to know I wasn't gonna just sit back on that. I had to confront the salon owner. I said, you sent that person back there and they were to get lashes and brows. Well, no, they were looking for her. See, this is why this is the weirdest story ever, and I said I'm going to tell this story because how could I prove it? Because if they come in asking for Tanisha, we're both named Tanisha. You know? And so the girl, the hairstylist Tanisha, kept saying, oh yeah, she was acting like they were her clients, but I would listen, ear hustle. She didn't know those people. Those were people that I had marketed to. But this is the type of crap that goes on in the salon. This is just one of a gazillion stories that goes on in a salon. And so that went on and on and on. And I ended up confronting that salon owner again about that. And I was right. I know I was right. And Tanisha ended up staying, and I just left. Because I was really pissed that I spent all that time, effort, and marketing materials. And let me tell you something else. And I hope this phone doesn't cut off. I'm gonna tell you that's one experience that taught me the one mistake I made in that situation was when I bought those marketing materials and I bought that lawn poster and all of that, I put the salon's name on there. Don't ever, I'm telling you, if you ever spending your money, don't put the salon's name on there because you never know how long you're gonna be there, okay? And so I had to throw all those marketing materials away. I think some of them I had the postcards. I had ordered a whole bunch of them from Miami. So I had to go buy mailing address labels and put them over the salon's name for the next place that I went to. Don't ever put a salon's name on your marketing materials unless you've been there for years and you already know you're not going anywhere. But in the beginning, don't you ever make the mistake of spending your money on marketing materials and putting your salon name on there, because all I did was bring advertising to that salon, and that other Tanisha, she got that business. And guess what? That salon owner didn't care because she had already had me, and she saw that I did the work to get my business where it needed to be, and she wanted to make sure that other Tanisha had business too. So she took my hard-earned sweat and tears, and she fed the other Tanisha off of my clientele, and Tanisha acted dumb, like she didn't know. Tanisha had just got there. Tanisha didn't have people coming up in there because they didn't. When I was listening to their conversation, she didn't even know these people, but she was playing dumb, and everybody else in the salon saw it too. And I had to leave because I honestly felt some type of way. So that was a lesson learned for me. And this is why I'm telling you guys, when I'm telling you stuff, like somebody asked me a question today and I gave the girl my opinion. Don't ask me questions and I give you the answer and you tell me you're going to do what you're going to do anyway. Well, what you ask me for? Don't ask me questions if you don't really want the answer. I'm telling you my answer based off of real life experiences. And if you want to waste a lot of time, sweat and tears and your money, if you got money like that just to throw down the drain to make all these big mistakes that I'm telling you don't make, then go ahead. Go ahead and waste time. You know, get old. You know, had I known a lot of stuff that I know now, I would have made it way faster. And so, you know, we got a lot of people that are hard-headed. But it's up to you if you take my advice or not. This is something that I should have done better, but it was one of my learning experiences. And that's why I have this channel, to help you guys not make these type of mistakes. I'm sure Tanisha's doing very well, but I had to go. So I'm going to go ahead and go now. We're going to do the launch party for Shecago Beauty Source. Yes, I've already confirmed it's going to happen Sunday, probably around 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. So that's the Midwest time. I'll send out a reminder 1 hour before. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when things are happening right away, because I do the whole hour pre-launch video. Anytime I'm going live, I'm going to send out that video when I'm going live or when I'm doing the pre-launch party, because I want you guys time. I want time for everyone to know that it's about to happen so you can, you know, be there. And make sure you're paying attention to these videos too. I got, what, 2 more coming or 1 more coming, because there are going to be questions asked for the next giveaway. So I'll catch you in the next video. Good night.